to help me make space for this density within me. And process and reconcile. Come back into the middle, into full alignment. I call you in. Thank you for coming. To bring forth your wisdom and your space through me. To support in this ascension process. To support to come out of this suffering. The suffering of it and into the surfing of it. All the aspects that you do not like, that you push away. It is the aspect that you also see on the outside, that you have judgment for, that you push away. Push away doesn't mean shifting your focus inwards. Pushing away is reacting and is saying, I don't like you. In a sense of not, I don't like having my focus on you, but the focus is already there. In the sense of you're bad, you're not good. When it's in your field, and it keeps showing up in your field, and it's also relatively close in your field, and there's a judgment there that arises because what it brings to you is bad feeling. It is simply a bad feeling that you, as being a sponge, have soaked up growing up. It is somewhere in your body, in your mind, and therefore in your emotions, energetically stored. It is an energy that is very dissonant. And it's already dissonant when you picked it up. You picked up a dissonant energy. You picked up an energy that is twisted, that is inverted, that has fallen deep into duality, out of alignment. And when we soak that up as children, it becomes part of us. And then it is a part of us that we that we do not like, and we push it away. However, it's an imprint. It's not who we are. It has imprinted who we are. It's like a layover, an overlay. It's a shroud, it's a veil. It's a second skin that is fake. It's a disguise. It's a distortion. It's an illusion. It's a mirage. It's an image. It's everywhere where our true self, our energy, has been projected away from its alignment, into duality, into a distortion of ourselves. And this is something that we pick up as we grow up, left and right, from all around us. And we're not aware of it. And it becomes an energy, a sliver, an aspect, a shard within us. It is a tone now. It is. We are no longer neutral. It has now become a shape and a color and a sound, but it is not one that is harmonious with our soul, that is at oneness with all, where our soul is in the knowing of at oneness with all, and there is no fear. This distortion is based on the base frequency of fear because it's based on separation. But it can get, the farther out it goes, the story goes into the details, twists and turns itself into oblivion and into unrecognizable shapes and aspects and roles, behaviors, thoughts. So even though you may not, you have also soaked them up, you may not be expressing them. However, if there is not a neutral seeing of them, which allows them to recalibrate, be free to shake their way back into alignment when there is no resistance there, when there is space to hold them, and that space is neutral, it doesn't have a judgment on it because it understands, it knows, it understands what this is. It's a program. It doesn't identify as the program, and it also doesn't identify somebody else as the program when it shows up on the outside. It doesn't make that identification or definition or distinction. The person is what they say and how they act. But it recognizes it's a person that is regurgitating a program, is expressing a program because there is no consciousness there of it. And so when there is no consciousness there of it, there is no strength and power to actually hold space for it. And when it's held in neutral space, with enough of your consciousness, with enough of you, that is your power, then the program loses its power to ride you, to override you.
And it's a lot right now. It's almost, it seems like it's nonstop. It's not letting off. It seems like that. Because we need to, in order to stay in a well-being, we need the antidote to all of the subconscious. The whole subconscious mind is now unearthing, surfacing, coming into consciousness, into awareness. It's showing itself. Everything that is hidden, everything that we have, that we don't like, that is, however, an energy within us. That is a part of us, has become a part of us, but it is not who we and how we truly are. It is not our true self. It is our true self that has fallen asleep, unconscious, fallen into the subconscious, and thereby is ruled, overlaid, imprinted, conditioned, and running through the program of the egoic mind. And that, you can say, is our organic true self. That is life interacting, merging with AI, with the artificial, with that which is not alive, with that which is not real and true. But it becomes a reality when we, as who we truly are, work through that program unawares. Then that is how, then we create reality, our reality,
and as a part of the collective through that program of separation from God, from unalignment, fear-based. Okay, I'm getting chilly again. So there's a lot in there that we've picked up. And it's going to show up in our face, in our space, in our field, until we step into our true self, from which we can hold it, hold space for it, and see it for what it is. In ourselves as in others. In others as in ourselves. As above, so below. As the micro, so the macro. As the inside, so the outside. So it doesn't mean that what you see on the outside and you don't like, that's you. That's a misunderstanding. That's a misinterpretation. We have to be more specific. We have to be clearer so the mind doesn't twist it again in a way. And now we're coming to the point of distraction, because you have experienced it challenging to make space for this kind of antidote that is now such an important medicine. To come and sit and be in your middle, sit in your truth, in your alignment, in your column of light. You can feel it right now. That alignment of the column of light. Through the center of your head and down your spine. You can actually feel your crown chakra now. As it is aligning you with your soul, with the sun, the inside and the outside sun. Through the sun in your heart. That is the Holy Trinity of Earth, your heart, and the sun. 3 hearts as one. That is the holy column of light. That is the alignment. That is what is bringing also the whole earth back into alignment of its angular spin. Of the poles. As we come out of the wobble, the sound becomes more assonant, clear. The seeing becomes more clear. And the spin accelerates. The less resistance there is. The less of our selves, of our attention, our awareness, our soul energy is still logged in, identified in the programs. And you know where you are identified, of course, when you feel bad and every time there is judgment. And judgment doesn't mean discernment, of course, and we'll talk about that to make that point real clear. It doesn't mean there is no good and bad, as you know. Judgment is different. Judgment sets ourselves apart from who we are, because it is not clear seeing. Judgment is taking the illusion for real and playing on the surface of that appearance, playing with the overlay, playing with the egoic overlays. You're not seeing with your heart. You're not seeing clear. Your overlay is reacting to theirs. You don't have to like the overlay. You don't have to like it. And there are ways to get yourself out of that and away from that exposure or involvement without judging it and without feeling bad about it. Now remember, the judging is just another conditioning. It's no fault of yours. It is only natural. It's very natural. So don't judge your judging either. It is that the judgment is being taken for discernment. Discernment is knowing, is being able to discern between what is good and what is bad, what is right and what is wrong. And also to discern what to do about it when you're in a situation. What is in the highest good now, in this moment, for the highest good of all. And that would always be bringing awareness and consciousness and heart into the space. Seeing sharp from the bottom of the sea, from the bottom of the chalice, from the bottom of the heart. Which allows for everything to be held in space and timelessness, for you to see every little detail of it. And then you see sharp, and then you see all the programs running. You see all the programs running in everyone, and you see their true self somewhere inside there, their light, doing the best it can. Doing the best it can to juggle all these programs, and so confused. And all it really wants is to be seen for what it really is, for who it really is. But it doesn't know itself. In order to have the power to transcend these programs, see them for what they are, you have to have been identified with them yourself. You have to have gone through them, and you have to have stepped, you have to have been in the process of them, of experiencing them from both sides, judging yourself and being judged, disliking yourself and disliking others, or their behavior, or your behavior. You go through it completely. You can only come into the consciousness of holding space for them, and thereby overcoming them, in the sense of transcending them, in the sense of realigning them, and thereby you have created space in your soul. You have created more soul. You have brought another soul's aspect, spark, energy back into your field that was lost, that went on a journey, that forgot itself, that little aspect of yourself. It can be one thought. It can be one idea. And when it comes back to you and remembers itself, because you have now gained that ability to hold space and see it for what it is, it can come back to you. And that overlay dissolves. And with it, the judgment dissolves. So that when it shows up again, because it will always show up even after it dissolved, it will always show up again, just so you can see now, oh, there it is. But you don't react in the same way. The judgment isn't there anymore. And it may still be there a little bit when it comes back, but it will also come back one more time when you've completely held space and remembered it and transcended it. Just so you can have that recognition of, oh, okay, wow, it's different now. I can hold space now. I don't judge anymore. And then you know that you're not judging yourself anymore either for that energy. It may look different. It may come and look very different on the outside, but it's that feeling that you have toward it that was inside of you, and you don't have that anymore, that bad feeling, that judgmental feeling. You don't have that anymore. You don't react anymore from your separate self, from the unconscious egoic mind. You don't react anymore from your part that you do not like, because you have brought that back, because you've been able to hold space. And now you can hold space for them too, which is going to then do what? Which is going to be the most powerful gift you can give them in order to help them to recognize themselves what they're saying, what they're doing, to give the other a chance, even though that's not your job, but that's your gift then, to give the other a chance, to support the other's true self, to have awareness, to have more awareness, and thereby also step into the journey of coming closer to being able to dissolve, transcend that distorted aspect and bring it back home. Because you don't feel good when you're stuck in the judgment. When you're stuck in that story of judgment, even though on the story level you have every right to judge and you are completely justified to judge, to say I did not like that was awful, or very unpleasant, and all the, all of it. Or that's an ugly behavior, or just not nice, or whatever, the whole slew of adjectives that you could throw at it that would fit, because they would be describing exactly how you see it, and it's justified. But when you are in that, you feel very bad. And there's no way out of it. There's no way out on the story level. You have to step into the soul level, which is not playing in that story. It's not playing in the character. It's not playing in that sense. It's itself. And the other soul is itself. And then you step from soul to soul. You step into that relationship or interaction. And that's when you can see sharp. That's, you can only see clearly through the heart, through the soul. And you know it. And sometimes we have to first also allow ourselves to step back into the program and allow ourselves to judge. It's there, judgment is there, and to just step into it and express it and be with it, and then judge that we're judging because we know it's like, the spiritual ego. Yeah, to really step back into that loop until we feel so bad that a session is called for. Yeah. So that will make us sit down. That will make us sit down with it when the suffering gets big enough. Because that's the other thing that we want to share, is how now in these energies and in this time, as the subconscious is coming to the surface, it doesn't want to be seen for what it truly is. It can only act within the role play of the illusion. It can only act within the illusion because it's a program. So when we see the program, when we see it, we see like Neo when he sees the numbers, yeah? We see the illusion. And there we see the true self. We see that and can feel, and we know what it is. And that's how we can step back from it, take a step back from it. Make space, And that's, the more we do, the more we can do that. It's like tape. The more you rip it off, the less powerful it gets. And because the tape is that stickiness, is where identification, it's like we still feel that one with that feeling, with that bad feeling, and we still identify with it. And hence we still project and identify the other with it as well. That's where that comes from. So it has been difficult for you to come sit more in silence, because there has been so much mind is spinning. It's like it's beating it up like a egg beater, it's like beating all the little all the mud that has sunk to the bottom, all these in the subconscious, all the unconsciousness and all those distortions, and it's beating them all up. They're coming all to the surface, and it can be really overwhelming. And it also shows itself in a lot of distraction, so much distraction, because it is the programming of that AI, of the egoic mind, of that artificial self, of that image. It is its programming to distract us as much as possible so that we won't sit in our column of light in the stillness and come back to truth, because that is what dissolves it. That's what transcends it. And it's been obviously programmed as a self-perpetuating mechanism to do what it can to keep us away from that. In essence, that's all it can do. Is distraction, drama. And interesting how the word drama and trauma is so alike. Because it is our trauma that we haven't, those are like the deepest nuggets, the thickest nuggets, the heaviest nuggets of ourselves that we haven't brought back to ourselves yet, that is still holding on, that are still holding the egoic mind, like holding our other aspects unconscious. But at the same time, we are, they're coming to the surface, or we're moving towards, it's both at the same time, towards every part of it that hasn't been brought back to us yet, that hasn't been recalibrated, reconciled yet, healed. Yeah, that's the same meaning of healing, is bringing it back energetically, holding space emotionally, by having enough space, actually having made enough space within us, having gained enough space within us to hold that. And that's why they come in the end. They come first when we're ready, but all the pre-waves, everything that is like a magnet, it's like because it's in the inverted, so it has been pulling everything that has been building on those traumas. It has been pulling that in, and now it's coming back. So we're getting the whole brunt of it, but just as much as we can handle, and we will only get to the core of it when we're, of course, also when we're ready. But it is the core of it, that inverted spin, that is still holding it together. And this coming into the bottom of the sea, coming into the bottom of the chalice, to the bottom of our hearts, through the column of light, opening the column of light, coming back into our middle, falling backwards into our true self, in this surrender into truth, and surrender through surrender, falling backwards into ourself. That is the awakening. That is the light and the lightness of our being that brings space to it all. In this space now we can bring to the parts of the body that feels dense, that has been triggered from all of this. And we can hold it in this lightness and space, like a child that came back home. And it's exhausted and it's dirty and it's scared and it's in resistance, and it holds itself apart, and we can be here and welcome it back home. Just welcome it. We're not grabbing it, we're not making it, we're not forcing it. Just open arms welcome. And that's the chalice. Again, that's the receiving. And the receiving. We are at the bottom of the sea, you see? You see? We are at the bottom of the sea. The receiving. Right. And that is clarifying the waters, the murky waters. Yeah, that is recalibrating, also restructuring the waters into a higher crystalline structure. From being foul and structureless, murky, and then through the clear waters, it allows us to see clearly again. And this is also what cleanses the blood and actually also heals the eyes. Because the water around the eyes, when that becomes clear and the crystalline structure is higher again, then the little parasitical organisms in the eyes, they can't, they lose their structure, so they lose their life and they disappear. They just get washed away. They can't hold on anymore. And that's when also the body can repair the eyes. So just know that also in this process, your body will be repaired, will be able to repair itself again. As what is all that sand in the machinery, that undermining of health is, the undercurrent, the undermining, the resistance to the peak performance is becoming dissolved and transcended. The body will regain its ability to heal itself in that manner as well, in those areas as well, because it didn't lose its ability to heal itself. It is only that in some areas we have not been experiencing healing, and we have been experiencing deterioration. For example, in the eyes or the teeth and other areas. But these are also areas that we can actually see, and they're not so much inside, they're also outside, and yeah. urupukta ashnak amahan antukturi janamakna anya nono nyataru juburum uknu utan haishtikni amahar kiatanu stuknu arna kiatanu johna omahakta anstuknu maknganna neutu bahantia tashnu jivma aramaknita tata makna aitu turupa katastino turupakta ashtia turupaktu urkiatana toriata jivma arakut nakne auturpakne atashtakna jibra arkta arubuknu uriata tanu chunumuknu uriata shtakta annakutu tachunukunu jira ahatkne yaturu uktu uriata no jorli ihtanaknara dur Nivrama harikita tashtuknu hai Jinakra kieta tashtikna yatur uktu urikata shtakna anakut hatakna tashtakna yatur kutyata ista harkna takta ashtakna arkut jira adark to urikni nionu kutu urupakta arieta tashtakna urikieta no umukmo takshtakna arieta Jibara ama ark the ark the chicken ark chicken ark tiadaru chicken no Juba aramagna So we are recalibrating your DNA right now. Think about sound, frequency, cymatics. We are giving a bridge for the mind to not be in resistance. Jivra amakda ardur ananoria nadia takna aria Noria naknaria teoduria naknaria teodu baknuria testiana dor Jita aria naharia 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 no ya papa Notice that so many of the, or all actually, all of the, notice that the animal sounds are also, that's what they do. They are there to realign and recalibrate everything into the balance in nature. They have it easier to not fall out of balance so much because they don't have the egoic mind AI as humans do. They are the saving grace. They are the grace. The animals and the insects Shivara magnaru nentistia turubukna avia Ijvara amma katana yeshti aboru bukta turia daru. Jishna aravia turu akataru niharia takaru. No uktaria bara makni doru. Tushto no yeda bara do da da dio 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 da dio. Wow 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 wow. Neheve heishna av hardi ich. De heve eishna hav ari hit. De heve eishna hav hari hitkna o buk. De han o hotkna ihda yadia. Ich kan o han a ni na no o hori ama no ho o. Zuhananariarahatare adoro jenarabare mi adoro adaye ajedara magara yedara bada nitara dauatania zuvara iya tanue aramongononia Ziyuroroaraya Ektaaru bohoria naktaaru jovoro boknuri etaru junu uria neyezanu Jivramagara iete orua tana cheo doriana riatanu doriatanu orua tanuam enoam Ektiamur huk ashtanu jorana hayeviaru uktana jeshtariana uktana joriatanu oria naktanu joria naktanu orha makneotori jevara neaktori oktia jama ivinara nuru kotunia javari jevia nananuri Jeyara nananuri, jekuru atanai etanai uru atanai odoro atanai eyadano no. Ikatanu no niararu do dayaveyanu kotono ie o toraria tanuru Jeoriana dia tanuko, Je oriana dia tano kodo ea da ye au hana e 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 Gioro e da di 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 e da no watane otori ara da ga da no 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 e ava uana na e atoria anna e atoria ya da no oh thank you so much Toro Tania Karu Chia Daria Varu Po Evria Maktu Uri Jesha no Kotono Arhate Kianataru Tanne Häteria Tanusturi Meve Eihan har akna ur an har yo no I ha no ahna hata no ahna hata wah taksha Mev na no knoye mev anhum umon unhaye Mev muhmuri muhokot onu iadai nihivi nardosh na mahar niknan an eatuan iadaru Mignaru no unhuriano doni no ngangu no monangu ngani ngomanu O Jesu no urhita na haiteru Navari hatunu itia tanu jorbia magnari Nehei shuduri nektari nup an ariataru. Anchoring the stillness in. Feel the vibrations in your body. Now you are centered in your column of light. Sitting in the reverberations, the sound bath, the recalibration that you just allowed through. Received. Anchoring in the divine neutrality. Which is your equilibrium. That centers you in your heart and your soul. Connecting every aspect of your body as one. Every cell in your body vibrating in unison with all other cells. Homeostasis. Balance. Alignment. Stillness. Anchored in your true being. Being well.